Hey there, and welcome to MTG Meow, Magic Enjoyed Other Ways.
Meow.
I'm Scott.
I'm Abbey.
And today we're going to be doing a sealed deck for the Lorado Wild West Custom Magic set. So Abbey and I already tested out this set a little bit, doing some exhibition matches. Check those out if you haven't. And right now we're going to be using the site planesculptors.net to do a sealed deck of the custom set. If you've never checked out this website before, it's really cool. You can upload your custom set, you can do drafts and seals of it. And we'll be doing that here today. So before we get into actually building our sealed deck, I just want to really briefly go over the strategy for this set, because in the exhibition matches that Abbey and I played, it seemed like the aggressive deck really had the upper hand. Like when you were playing your white-green livestock against me, you ran me over. And when I was playing my white-black renown deck against you, I ran you over as well. Yeah. And I think that's because a lot of the mechanics in the set, like renown, Warband. Yep. Those reward being aggressive. Those mechanics do nothing if you're not being aggressive.
Yeah.
And also the straight mechanic really rewards you for curving out, getting a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. So I'm interested in curving out and being aggressive in this set, as opposed to like the Pokemon set or Star Wars set that had more mana fixing, wanted you to go slower. Here, I want to probably stick 2 colors and be aggressive.
Exactly.
So that's the strategy going into it. So let's go ahead and open up our pool. So as you may see, we have a bigger screen here this time, and that's because we want to be able to see all the cards in our sealed pool. So we're going to go ahead and, as most people do, sort by rarity, see what rares we got.
Hey!
You excited?
Oh yeah!
Alright, so we didn't get any mythics, it looks like, but for rares we got Trail Sickness. Each player sacrifices 3 creatures. It's good if you have 0 creatures out and they have 3. Miscasty Surshot. Flash, when it enters the battlefield, exile all instant and sorcery spells. So that means if they're on the stack, you play this in response and she would exile them.
Oh.
And then you can copy a card exiled with her without paying its mana cost. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Last Will and Testament. This was in my my exhibition deck. I don't think we ever saw it in play. Very cool card, though. It's an aura, and when the enchanted creature dies, you search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. So it's whatever that creature wanted you to get when it died.
All right.
Very flavorful. Then we have Hyesty Sphinx. Has flying. Whenever it attacks, you name a card type, like creature, instant, or sorcery, and then the defending player guesses whether a card of that type is in your hand. You reveal your hand, and if you do, and he or she guessed wrong, you draw 2 cards. So it's kind of like a guessing game. Kind of cool. We also have Hoarding Dragon. This is a reprint from, I think it's one of the core sets.
It is, I think. I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, 5 mana, 4/4 flying, pretty strong just on its own and limited, and you can search your library for an artifact, exile it, and then if this guy dies, you get the artifact.
Exactly.
So pretty cool. Then we have Arcane Daguerreotype. Whenever a non-token creature permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 1. If you do create a token that's a copy of that permanent, it gains haste. Okay, so that's kind of cool. It's a bit expensive at 5 mana.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So, I said before going into this that I wanted to be aggressive, but we kind of have this very good control card right here. Another pretty good control card.
Yeah.
And then, this is control. This is either control or aggro. And then we have a blue flyer that can draw us a lot of things and a red flyer. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is looking really good for blue and red.
Yeah, I would say black
and black
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, blue, red, black, white, and green, which were among the 2 strongest colors that we saw in our exhibition. Not looking too great here.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I'm sorting by color now, so we can kind of go through and see what our strong colors look like. So here's our multicolors. We do have a good white and green guy. This was in your exhibition deck.
It was, yeah. It was very good.
Search for a livestock, and then we have a gold card here for black and red. Destroy target creature. Deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. Wow, okay. That's just a good removal spell. So for white, we have a griffin, a buffalo.
Yes.
Dragon Slayer lets you destroy a big dude to sacrifice him. Curse Breaker can destroy enchantment. Another Curse Breaker. Kill Shot. That's again a decent. This is more of a controlling card, because if you're if you want to be attacking, then you don't want to destroy attacking creatures usually. Hogtie, that was good. It's like a pacifism. Faraho's Shield. Okay.
All right.
Circle the Wagons. Okay. Cattle Drive and Cattle Drive. So okay, white looks fine. I like Kill Shot if we're being slower. And Hogtie is fine. Cattle Drive is fine if we need to make tokens. So white was, it's okay. Combined with the fact that we don't really have many white rares or anything, I'm not being pulled toward white. So for blue, we have Tawny's Huckster, which when it enters the battlefield, you draw X cards, where X is your longest straight. Very cool. Starry Visions, it's kind of like a bad Anticipate. You just look at the top 3 cards, put 1 into your hand, but it's a sorcery. Then we Pan the River, reveal the top 4 cards, put all non-land among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Oh, that's pretty good. So it's like draw, hopefully 2 or 3 cards for 4 mana. Not bad. Nimble Spellslinger, Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature, you untap it. Okay. Our Sphinx. Highesty Sigil. So when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and you could sacrifice it to draw a card. Oh, that's interesting, because as an enchantment, it stays on the battlefield, and it costs 2, so it kind of adds to your straights. So like if you have a 1 and a 3, and then you have this as well, you have a straight of 3. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Have another Sigil. Horned Serpent, okay, becomes a 5/5. The fish, the fish with flash. And then we have Drive Off, put target creature on top of its library, okay. Dowsing Prospector. Cyclone Rider seems very good. Then we have Career Criminal. Whenever it deals damage, you draw a card. Discard a card, it can't be blocked. That's kind of cool, actually. So kind of feeds himself and helps you get through your deck. Aerial Shootout, okay, fine trick. All right, so blue seems fine.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything super spectacular here that it's like, wow, I really want to play blue, but it's fine. Maybe as a support color.
Yeah. All
right, so let's look at black. Wanted, enchanted creature can't block. When enchanted creature dies, draw 2 cards. That's a very aggressive card. I don't know if we'd play that if we're being slower. Wendigo, pretty good if you combine it with cattle things like Cattle Drive here. You can just keep making it indestructible over and over. Trail Sickness, good rare. See You in Hell, that was a very good card as we saw during our matches. And another See You in Hell. Wow, okay, so black seems pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of... Having just those 2 See You in Hells is very good.
Yeah. All right, Penetrating Round, that came up in the exhibitions. It was a little expensive, but, Last Will and Testament, very good. Ghostly Presence seems fine. Dadgum Varmints.
Dadgum Varmints.
All right. Coat with Venom, that's another reprint.
Chupacabra,
another one that combos very well with the livestock cards, because you can just make it huge by if you sacrifice all 3 Cattle Drives to the Chupacabra, then suddenly you have an 8/8 for 3 mana, so pretty good. Bloodshot Enforcer, that's fine aggressive card, and Bad Blood. Okay, fair enough, another kind of aggressive card. So black, again, going with our rares, so even though I said I wanted to be a faster, aggressive deck, the rares are kind of pulling us to the slower end of the spectrum, and with all these good kind of controlling cards here, maybe we'll be black. So I'm feeling pretty good about black. Let's take a look at red. So we have Thunderhoof Wild Shaper, turns into a 3/3 Trampler, 9 Rogue Prowess, okay, fair enough, that's aggressive. Mind Collapse, okay, whatever. Another Mind Collapse, another Mind Collapse.
So many collapsing minds, jeez.
It's the Wild West, man.
Yeah.
Lightning Reload, okay, so that's pretty good if you need to recharge your equipment. You can put more charge counters on things. Then we have Hoarding Dragon, who's just going to be, if we're playing red, we're playing this guy, just a 5 mana 4/4 flyer. Maybe play 1 or 2 artifacts in our deck just so he can get something. Goblin Rough Rider, sure. Cattle Rustler. Oh, you can gain control of a livestock until end of turn. That's kind of cool. Caracol, just a decent trick and very aggressive. We have 3 of those. All right, geez. So looking at our red here, it seems very aggressive. I mean, we have Hoarding Dragon, but other than that, pretty much everything is super aggressive. So I'm not so sure we'll be playing red here.
Yeah,
right,
unfortunately.
Let's take a look at our green. We have Stubborn Mule, tap a creature, and it can lose Defender for a turn. Very good, again, comboing with lots of goats or oxes.
Yes.
Then we have Rugged Lumberjack, lets you ramp, look at the top 4 cards. Reach for the Sky, decent trick. Rain Dance, decent ramp. Partnership. So this kind of goes with the Warband theme of attacking with the 2 creatures.
Yeah.
So they get a little bonus. Pack Fury, okay. Moxonite Slugs. All right, this has the reflex mechanic, meaning you can cast it as an instant, so okay. Fairly medium trick right there. Man versus Machine, prevent all damage that would be dealt by artifact creatures. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Okay, so just ignoring the first part there, preventing all the damage from artifacts, and just the second part, this is a decent removal spell because it just lets you fight one of your creatures.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Lupine Waltz. Enchanted creature is a wolf spirit with base power and toughness 5/5. That's fine. Lumberwood Hide Behind. So it has hexproof unless it's attacking or blocking. Okay, fair enough. Joint Assaults. Yep, more Warband stuff. Ironhoof Ox was pretty good. Ironhoof Ox. Highesty Courser. Yep. Home on the Range. Reveal top 5 cards. Put a creature card into your hand. And then if it was a livestock, you gain 4 life. Sure.
Nice.
Naga gives Death Touch. And then we have a guy who creates a goat when he comes into play, and a guy who creates a goat when he comes into play. And then just looking quickly at the artifacts, we have Grifter, who is pretty good. He was probably the best card.
Yeah, that was really good in the earlier matches that we played that in.
Yeah, he comes down. He can come down on turn like 4, certainly 5, very easily. Mm-hmm. So, Steel Stallion, decent ramp. Sheep's Clothing, kind of a complicated card, but when it enters the battlefield, you create a 2/2 green wolf creature token and attach Sheep's Clothing to it. And then Sheep's Clothing makes the creature into a sheep in addition to its other types and can't be blocked by livestock. So if your opponent is clogging the board with oxes and goats, this is a good maybe sideboard card to get through them.
Yeah.
Mug of Beer, decent control card, lets you tap down your opponent's stuff. We got a dual land. Scarecrow lets you discard things. Sure. Another dual land. The Daguerreotype and the Giant Spider. All right. Whew. So that's a lot to take in there.
That is a lot to take in.
So why don't we quickly, let's go over what the rares were one more time. All right, so for our rares, we have Trail Sickness, Miss Cassidy, Last Will and Testament, the Sphinx, the Dragon, and the Daguerreotype. So among these, I think the Trail Sickness, I like Trail Sickness, I like Last Will and Testament, I like the Sphinx, and I like the Hoarding Dragon. I think Miss Cassidy is going to be a bit too hard to set up. I mean, sure, if our opponent plays a kill spell on one of our creatures and we cast this in response, then we get to copy the kill spell whenever we want, that's fantastic. But that's kind of the best case scenario. Otherwise, she's just going to be a 5-mana 2/2 that does nothing.
She's so cool.
She is cool, I will give you that. So I think we're going to be looking to play either black, blue, or red. So let's again sort by color. All right, so let's take a look at the colors one more time. So since we really like black, blue, and red, let's take a look at those. So blue, we have the Huckster, lets us draw things, Star Visions, Pan the River. Yeah, blue seems kind of like, it's fine. I'm not happy about playing blue, but I'm not upset about it either, you know? And then for black, yeah, black seems very good. I think we'll definitely be playing black. Red seems a little aggressive, though. I mean, do we really just want to play these vanilla 3-mana 3/2s just so we can play the dragon? It's just...
Well, I like dragons, so, I mean, obviously it's going to be worth it for me, but since your hand is on the mouse...
I know you like dragons, but I just don't see us playing... If we were trying to be aggressive, then I think we would definitely play red, but I don't think there's enough power here in just the commons and uncommons to make us go aggressive and ignore our really good rares, like the Sphinx and the... kind of the one-sided Wrath if we don't have any creatures in play, Trail Sickness. So I don't think we'll be going red. Let's take another look at the white. So we have Cattle Drive, and we have Hog Tie, which is fine. Kill Shot is fine. Yeah, I mean, all these cards are fine, but I think our black cards, the See You in Hell and the double penetrating round, they're just better removal.
Yeah.
So I think I'm happy just going with blue and black. And let's take one more look at the green.
Yeah, there is a lot of green.
There is a lot of green, so let's take a look at it. We got Stubborn Mule, Lumberjack, Reach for the Sky. Yeah, again, all these pump spells and these kind of like tricks and the things that work with paired creatures and this Ox and the Warbands. If we're going to be aggressive, then it's great. But like we saw in the match, when you were playing the red-green Warband deck, when you weren't attacking with your creatures and you were using them on defense, they were horrible.
Oh, it was horrendous. It was a slaughter.
It's just like a 4-mana 2/2 that does nothing. So if you're on the back foot, it's just bad.
Yeah.
So, just looking at these, I think we're just going to be blue-black here. What do you think?
I think that's fine. I mean, personally, I'm seeing a lot of green, and I would have loved to build something more aggressive than what we are already doing, because I mean, you did say a lot of times, oh, this is too aggressive, so I'm thinking maybe that is a direction to lean in. However, but at the same time, you want to win, like you don't just want to be a certain way playstyle, you want to win, so I mean, I think what you're saying is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wanted to be aggressive coming into this, but sometimes that's just not in the cards, Sometimes you just have to do what the cards are dealt to you. So right now I'm just going to move all of the red, green, and white cards away, and we'll just come back to the blue, black, and artifacts. Alright, so here we are back with all of the red, green, and white cards in the sideboard. We have our blue and black cards here in the main board. As you can see, we have 39 cards in the deck currently. We're probably not going to play all of them, though. And I kept the multicolored cards here that we could splash for. I don't think Miss Cassidy is worth splashing for. Maybe if it'd be good against our opponent, we can bring it in, but for now I'll put it in the sideboard. Dead Aim, however, seems like a perfect card to splash for, especially since we have this Hangman's Rock right here. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. We don't need this dual land though. And I'll put this in the sideboard for now. We'll definitely play it just so we can splash Dead Aim, but I just don't want to get that caught up in the cards in deck. So we have 36 cards in deck. Let's take a look at the artifacts. So Tin Man Grifter's fine. Steel Stallion is also fine since we're playing a control deck.
Yeah, that's a good ramp.
Yeah, we want to get to our more expensive stuff. It's not a guaranteed to be in the deck, but we'll see. Sheep's Clothing, I think that's more of a sideboard card. Mug of Beer.
I mean, that's really so, you know? Like,
yeah, I mean, it costing 2 to use is pretty expensive. If it costs 1, then maybe. I'll put it in the maybe pile over here.
Yeah.
Scarecrow, I'm not super interested in having our opponent discard cards. Maybe if we're playing against a very aggressive opponent, we just want a 2-mana 0/3, but for now, put them in the sideboard. Arcane Daguerreotype, I just don't think that's what our deck wants to do, unfortunately. Yeah. And the Arachnoid, the 6-mana 4/8 with reach, we'll keep it in here for now. So now let's go through of our normal colors. Blue, so Tawny's Huckster, that just seems great. 2-mana 1/4, comes into play, draws a card by itself, at least, and if we have a straight of 2 or 3, could draw 2 or 3 cards, seems fantastic. Starry Visions, we'll probably need something like this since we're playing a controlling deck and we want to be able to sift through our deck and get the answers that we need. We have to keep in mind that it puts stuff into our graveyard, so if there's anything that's beneficial to have in our graveyard, we want to keep that in mind.
Is she holding a Death Star?
I think she's holding like a universe or something.
Oh, from where I'm sitting, it looks like a Death Star.
Anyway.
It does!
Pan the River, reveal the top 4 cards, put all non-land cards. Yeah, that seems pretty medium. I mean, sure, it might draw us 2 or 3 cards, but we already have Tawny's Huckster to draw cards and block creatures, and Starry Visions only costs 2 mana, so. Nimble Spellslinger seems okay. I mean, well, it depends on how many non-creature spells we have in the deck to turn on. Sphinx is one of the reasons we're going blue. Highest Sigil actually seems kind of good because, again, just for getting straights, if we have it with the Huckster, then it's a 2 and then a 3 right there. And it also just helps us filter through our deck. So I kind of like it. We'll see. I mean, we're not guaranteed to play it, but we'll keep it in for now. Then we have this Horned Serpent. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, it gets +3/+0. That's kind of in the same position as a Spellslinger. We'll see how many instants we have. Giant Catfish, just as a 4-mana 3/3 flash, seems fine. Drive Off, put a creature on top of their library. If we were playing a tempo deck, sure, but we're not playing a tempo deck. When we kill things, we want them gone.
We want them dead.
We're a control deck. Dowsing Prospector seems fine as a 2-drop. Cyclone Rider seems fine. Now this is the kind of guy that I don't mind having in our deck as prowess, because when we cast him, if we just have 2 or 3 other creatures out, then that would be just, we win the game, because it gives everybody flying.
Oh yeah, so. that card is insane.
Career Criminal also seems really cool. I just want to try this guy out, because worst comes to worst, he's just, lets us sift through our deck. We discard a card we don't want, draw a card and give him unblockable, then draw a card off of his damage. So it seems cool. Aerial Shootout seems pretty medium. We'll put that in the sideboard. Then we have here Wanted. Target creature can't block. We don't. If it couldn't attack, sure, but blocking, not so much.
Yeah.
Voracious Wendigo. We'll put that in the maybe pile. Trail Sickness. Yes. See You in Hell. Yes. Yes. Penetrating Round. Last Will and Testament. Ghostly Presence. Whenever target creature dies, put under control. Okay, so that's not bad. I mean, it works well with Tawny's Huckster. We get another trigger off of that, or Dowsing Prospector, we get another trigger. Cyclone Rider, I mean, it's not the greatest card in the world, but we might just need it because we don't have a ton of super great things. And we can also use it to protect our Sphinx, so
perfect.
Pretty good. Dagnum Varmints, when it enters the battlefield, they discard a card. If it was a 2/2 or 2/1 maybe, but a 1/1, I just don't think we need that.
Yeah, it's cute, but it's not.
Yeah, Coat with Venom, same thing, just not so great. Chupacabra. I don't think we even have any goat or oxes or anything. We have a fish.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
We'll put it in the maybe pile. Bloodshot Enforcer, it's more of an aggressive card. And Bad Blood, again, another aggressive card. So currently we have 26 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 21. So we should probably keep a couple of these guys in the deck. So I think Nimble Spellslinger is probably the best. How many instants do we have? We have See You in Hell, we have Penetrating Round, we have Ghostly Breath. Yeah, we have a couple instants. And we have a couple enchantments and sorceries as well to make him just a 3/3 attacker, so seems fine to me. And so we have 26 minus 4. This is definitely not an 18 land deck. Our highest cost card is what, like 5 with Trail Sickness, so 17 lands seems fine. So it's basically between, I don't think we have enough guys to make Chupacabra good, and I don't think we have enough guys to make Voracious Wendigo good. Because, we're playing Trail Sickness. We want to have as few guys out as possible.
Don't want, yeah.
So it's basically between Pan the River and Horned Serpent as just kind of like a finisher, because as a 5-mana 2/5, yeah, it kind of sucks, but we play him, then the next turn we play a Sigil, and then he's suddenly a 5/5 and we can beat down for a decent amount of damage, So I think we have enough card draw with the Trickster, Starry Visions, and the 2 Spirits. I don't think we need Pan the River, and we don't really get any benefit from putting things in our graveyard either. There's no flashback. Okay, our curve tops out at 6 with the Spider currently.
All right.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of Pan the River and we'll keep in Horned Serpent. And also, to note, it is a 5, so do we have any 4s? Yeah, we have a 4 here to try and get more straights. So
yeah, we're looking good on straights, so...
Okay. So, yeah, we have 23 cards in the deck, and this is the deck, Like I said, we came into this wanting to build an aggressive deck, and we ended up building possibly the most controlling blue-black splash-red deck possible, so we'll see what happens. I'm kind of interested, though. So what we'll do now is Abby and I will build this deck in Cockatrice, we'll add in some basics, and we'll do another sealed that you guys won't see, but Abby will play that deck during the round, and you'll get to discover it along with us.
Yeah.
Should be interesting to see how it works out.